What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about, well, some top positional players in the WNBA. And it's for my birthday. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment, tell anyone who's anyone about the show. Trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. And if you wonder where you heard this before, that's that you've been listening with me Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I greatly appreciate your support. Now, like you heard, ladies and gentlemen, today is my birthday. And I was trying to figure out what topic do I want to do. Should I talk about my favorite player all the time? Should I talk about my favorite team all the time? And I'm going to just stick with who are the top scorers in the WNBA? Who are the top two-way players in the WNBA? Who are the top playmakers in the WNBA? Who are the top rebounders in the WNBA? And keep in mind, too, that two-way kind of encompasses who's the best players defensively in the WNBA. But, maybe the list might change just a little bit because we're also encompassing defenders who can get a bucket. But we got a couple of areas to talk about. So let's talk about those areas along with my factors, which help lead to the reasons and rationales why. Context matters, right? So we're going to start it off. It's called Get a Bucket, right? So let's start it off with the top bucket getters, the get a bucket tiers, if you will. So off top, my factors, right? Something like points do matter. They kind of focus on, like, we're gonna focus on them a little bit. They weigh in a little bit, just a little bit, right? The defensive focus, meaning the opposition, right? Do they throw good defenders at you, or do they kind of just let the average defenders start off on you? That's what we're trying to figure out, right? Like, what's your opponents doing against you? Then we got dominance, because yes, there's a skill factor, okay, but how dominant are you also matters too. Again, if you're a one-trick pony but you dominating, that's a bucket. That's a bucket. And also efficiency. Things like that do matter. So my top scoring players, right? My top bucket getters in the WNBA to get a bucketeers are as follows. A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Napheesa Collier, Kelsey Mitchell, and then we can say Marina Mabrey, Kelsey Plum, like that fifth option, that fifth scorer. We could rotate them a little bit. Like some days I might think even Paige Beckers could be number 5. Jonquel might look a little hot one day. Courtney Williams can even get a little hot. That fifth one is a rotating cast, but 1 through 4, A'ja, Stewie, Fee, and Kelsey, a lot. Pencil them in. Them's the top bucket getters in the WNBA for sure. A'ja Wilson currently averaging 26 points a game, and for her career, she's doing 22 points on 50 from the field, 38% from 3, 82 from the free throw line. That's not bad at all. Like, I might have even thought that Breanna Stewart was the more skilled player. And I still kind of think that, right? But with Asia's numbers and splits, it's very tough to make that case. Now, Stewie got a case for herself, right? We could make a case for her being number 1. 21 points this season and 21 for her career on 47, 34, 84 splits. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And again, they both get good defensive focus. They both are fairly dominant. I think Asia's been more dominant, and she has more efficiency. I may throw Asia number 1, Stewie number 2. If you want to put Fee number 2, I hear you as well, too. Like last season, she was averaging 23 points per game. We had to say last season because she has not played yet this season. She will come back, and let's see what happens with the Lynx, right? But for her career, she's averaging 18. I think Fee has been known to be more of a defender, but as of late, she's come on more of a scorer, so people are going to actually resonate with this statement. But 49% from the field, 34% from the three-point line, 84% from the free throw line. Top-notch scorer. She don't shoot that many threes, but when she does, she can knock down a shot for sure. But again, Breanna Stewart, Napheesa Collier, if any one of these players took a 3, no one's going to be upset with them taking the 3. So despite their 3-point percentage not being that high, like Asia's is at 38, they still are going to be viewed as 2 of the best scorers in the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell, 23 points for the season, 18 for the career on 44, 38, 83 splits. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a bucket. She just had 10 straight 20-point games All right, like she is an efficient and effective bucket. And keep in mind, she only 5'8". Like Asia Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Napheesa Collier, they're all 6'3 plus. 6'2 plus, I'm sorry. But Kelsey Mitchell, the only one that's 5'8". So kudos to Kelsey, because bro, it's tough being a short scorer. It really truly is. If you can actually make the argument that maybe she's the best scorer on this list just because of her height. And then just saying. And then Marina Mabrey, we got to throw up here because she just tied the record for most points in a game, in one single game, and that was 53 points. So we got to consider Marina Mabrey. Kelsey Plum can get a bucket for sure. She's averaging 20 points for this season, right? We've been seeing her be able to score before for sure. So again, we can throw people like Marina Mabrey, Kelsey Plum. Again, Paige Beckers is doing pretty well from a scoring perspective, right? She can score on 3 levels. We can include Paige Beckers for sure. Nneka Ogwumike is pretty good at putting the ball in the bucket. That's for sure. We have a couple of players that we can list, but the top 4, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard my 4 with a rotating 5th. All right, but we're going to slide on down because we got more people to talk about. Like the top 2-way players in the WNBA, ladies and gentlemen, right? Here's my factors. 1, you're not viewed as a liability. I want to say ever. I could say rarely, but I kind of want to lean with ever. You're guarding top-tier players consistently. And then you're also guarded by top-tier players consistently. I think those are fair factors, right? So when I think of those, my top 2-way players are as follows: Asia Wilson, Napheesa Collier, Gabby Williams, Breanna Stewart, Jackie Young, and Alyssa Thomas. And keep in mind, I tried to list this as top 5, and it's tough, bro. Because Asia, right, combination of strength and mobility, you got to keep her in here. Like she's averaging 26 points and then giving like 1.5 steals, 2.2 blocks. Like that's the definition of 2-way, ladies and gentlemen. Like if we're just not even thinking about eye test, just looking at stats alone, Asia got to be on this list for sure. Napheesa Collier, if you don't know, you don't. I don't know what to tell you. That means you have not been playing or at least watching basketball. But she is arguably the most versatile defender in the league. Like she can guard point guard, shooting guard, 1 through 5. She can guard perimeter in the paint. Nobody's punking Napheesa Collier personally. Sure, can someone get the best of her for a game? Yeah, but for a series, she's probably going to win that matchup. So again, most versatile defender, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta consider her for this list. Gabby Williams, I think it's fair to say she is the best perimeter defender in the league. I understand Ryan Howard is leading the league in steals with 2.5 or something around that measure. Gabby Williams, best perimeter defender. I think she's a little bit better on the perimeter than Napheesa Collier, but Napheesa might be better on the perimeter and interior collectively. So that's why I say the most versatile for Napheesa Collier. Gabby got the perimeter on lock because again she's about 6'2", 6'3", lanky, mobile, quick. It's very tough to get past that. It really truly is. So again, I got to get Gabby on the best perimeter defender, and that's why she's on this list. Breanna Stewart, her height and mobility definitely help her out. Now, when I'm looking at some of these other defenders, I might lean some of these other defenders. But again, from a 2-way perspective, because we got to factor in scoring, I think Breanna Stewart is a little bit better scorer than some of these players. So that does help her out defensively. And it's not like she's far behind defensively. So again, Breanna Stewart, we got to consider on this list. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is top 2-way players. So they can definitely score up here. But the defense matters as well, too. Like Jackie Young, her versatility is the reason why I have her up here. She's their team's best perimeter defender and second best scorer. And keep in mind, she's probably the second best playmaker, too. So that's a lot of versatility. She's very important and impactful on the team, easily their X factor. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to consider her for a top 2-way player. And then also, finally, Alyssa Thomas. Again, she may have the most versatile play style, right? She can score, she can get a bucket, she can play make, she can defend. Now, from a guard perspective, I don't necessarily want her guarding guards, but she could, though. She could guard guards. So, ladies and gentlemen, I like this list. These are the top 2-way players, but I'm curious if you all think I missed somebody. Even same thing for the scores. Let me know. Again, I didn't talk about the scores as much because from this angle only because I said that 5th is a rotating cast. So I would love to hear your thoughts on who that 5th should be. I don't think you can change the top 4. And then on the 2-way players, did I miss anybody? Should I have taken somebody off this list? I'm curious of your thoughts. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to slide on down to the next one, which is the top playmakers. Now, this one factor-wise is easy for me. You got to have at least at least a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. I prefer above, but at least a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. At least 6 assists. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. And then positive impact on your team. And we are decent. We try to round up around here, but sometimes it gets a little tricky. Now, off top, right? Top playmakers. Chelsea Gray, Jordin Canada, Alyssa Thomas, Paige Beckers, Jackie Young, and Sabrina Ionescu. Now, keep in mind, right, Chelsea Gray, I think, is number one. This is the point guard that we're talking about, right? Has a 2.38 assist to turnover ratio. Can't be mad at that. And her impact to the team is quite positive. We know that for sure. She also gives you 7 assists, so that's 6+ assists, ladies and gentlemen. She's been a Finals MVP. Chelsea Gray, top playmaker for me. She has one of the best decision make. She's one of the best decision makers in the game. Jordin Canada. I think people sleep on Jordin. We got to remember, right? She was studying under Sue Bird. She was playing alongside Sue Bird. She's given 7.7 assists. Okay, 3.5 assist to turnover ratio. That's the best assist to turnover ratio we have listed here right now. The reason why I don't have her as the best playmaker is Chelsea Gray is that special. All right, but I do have Jordin Canada number 2. I was flip-flopping between her and Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas is giving me 8.1 assists, 3.5 turnovers. That's giving me a 2.3 assist to turnover ratio. So Jordin does have a much better assist to turnover ratio. This is elite company that we're in right now, ladies and gentlemen. I do like Jordin over Alyssa, even though Alyssa's giving more assists. She gets more she also brings more turnovers. I think Jordin's more of a point guard than Alyssa is. Alyssa gets to play make for sure, and that's why I have her number 3, because she's been leading the league in assists for quite a few years now. She's been one of the top ones for sure, at least number 2, and no lower than. So I got to leave Alyssa where she is. But Jordin is pretty good at playmaking. Paige Beckers comes in for me at number 4, right? 6.2 assists to 2 turnovers, giving me a 3.1 assist to turnover ratio. Positive impact on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, I would vault her higher if it weren't for these 3 ladies above being overly special, right? Like Chelsea Gray, point guard. Like the reason why I don't have Paige Beckers over these 3 is just because of time. Like as time goes on, I'm expecting Paige to be a little higher on this playmaking list. But keep in mind, for her second season, number 4 ain't bad. And again, the decision making is quite stellar. I really wanted to consider. I've considered moving her up to number 3, even as high as number 2. I just can't quite yet. But again, that's more so with time. Now, it was phenomenal to actually put her ahead of Jackie Young, right? Jackie Young's given 6.6 to 2.3 turnovers. Assist to turnover ratio is at 2.86. That ain't bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's not at all. And her, like I told you earlier, her impact on her team is positive from a multitude of ways. She gets to spell for Chelsea Gray in playmaking. And then when she doesn't have to play make, she can get a bucket and she can defend. Her impact is very valuable for sure. So I almost wanted to put Jackie ahead of Paige until I realized, well, no, that's more so as an overall player. We're just talking about playmaking. And I think the assist turnover ratio between Paige and Jackie, because that leans Paige, I put Paige over Jackie for me personally. But if y'all want to flip that, I understand too. But those were the top 5. Rounding up with the honorable mention, who you could say is questionable, but I put as Sabrina Ionescu because, again, she gets 5.8 assists, 2.8 turnovers. I know what you're saying. That's not 6+ assists. That's why I said we round up here, because her assist to turnover ratio is a 2.07. Not mad at it at all. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I view these to be the top playmakers. Sabrina Ionescu coming in at number 6, that honorable mention. I wanted to put her in there. I think she has a case for it. But again, I do lean Jackie over someone like Sabrina. I understand people are going to have a gripe that I did not put Caitlin Clark on this list at all. I considered her, but her turnovers are fairly high. We're still looking at a 4.6 turnover ratio, or 4.6 turnovers to like 7.7 assists. That's not going to get the job done for assist to turnover ratio, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes she is a negative impact on her team. So again, I did not include her as a top playmaker, even though she can play make pretty decently. It's just the decision making, I lean a little higher with these other ladies. But if y'all think I left somebody out outside of Caitlin Clark, let me know. I'm curious of your thoughts because I had a couple question marks around the listing. I'm fine with my listing for sure. I'm sold on my listing for sure, but I did have some other players that I might have considered to bring in. But yeah, that 5 to 6 quality for me. So let's move on to the final one, ladies and gentlemen. Top rebounders. Okay, factors are as follows: consistent hustle or effort, and then your physical tools and abilities. Right. Somebody that I wanted to throw up here off top, but I'm just giving you the list. So we got Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, Jonquel Jones, Neko Gumake, and then we got players like Jessica Shepard and Shakira Austin, right? We got a rotating fifth woman cast. You could throw someone like Brittany Griner against 6'9", Camila Cardoza against 6'6". Like, if you even want to say Dominique Malonga, I hear you, right? Like, we can make arguments and cases for WNBA players for sure. But I think Angel Reese is a lock. Double-double machine since she's gotten in the league for sure. Asia Wilson, if you know, you know, right? Like, she's been getting double-doubles for the longest time, too. Jonquel Jones, again, one of the better defenders and rebounders in the game. We can say the same thing for Nneka Ogwumike in terms of rebounding and scoring. Right now, here are the new ones. Because Jessica Shepard, I think she's leading the WNBA in rebounds right now. And then Shakira Austin, she's like top 5 in rebounding. But she's been a quality rebounder for quite some time, too, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to throw someone else in there, I hear it. But I think, again, Angel Reese is a lock. Asia Wilson's a lock. Jonquel Jones is a lock. Nneka Ogwumike is a lock. And then the fifth one, it's very tough to throw out Jessica Shepard because she is leading the WNBA in rebounds. And Shakira Austin, when I talk about consistent hustle and effort, there's very few people that out hustle her. So again, ladies and gentlemen, these are my rebounders, my top rebounders of the WNBA. This one's a little bit easier to list. And again, when I talk about the physical tools and abilities, all of these ladies have quality physical tools and abilities to get a rebound. Brittany Griner is like one of the people who I'm having a tough time to find a place on this list. And she is 6'9", ladies and gentlemen. All right, and I want to throw BG on here for sure. But these ladies have made it very tough to do so. Again, Angel Reese, arguably the best rebounder in the WNBA. Yeah, people give her some crap because, they call her me-bounds because most of her rebounds are coming from her missed shots. Heard you. Get that. But she's still one of the best rebounders in the game. Even if you factor out those rebounds, I think she was like number 2 her rookie season in rebounds. So that's still kind of scary, right? Asia Wilson, again, we've already stated that. Jonquel Jones, 6'6". Specifically this season, she's been getting a lot of rebounds, actually. Man in the paint down a little bit. I've been very impressed with Jonquel Jones holding down the fort for the New York Liberty. And I'm really hoping that they can get back healthy because imagine her just focusing on rebounding, defending, and then getting a bucket. That's what she normally that's her game. So rebounding is one of her strengths, and she's showcasing it this season, especially with all the height that they have. Not there as much. She gets to rebound even more. So that, again, I'm glad that she gets to showcase her rebounding talents even more so. Nneka Ogwumike, one of the older vets in the game, but still can get a rebound out here better than most of the league. And I'm happy that she's being able to showcase her talent for sure. Again, on my Sparks, yeah, it would be nice if we could get a little more wins. But again, Nneka, 6'2", giving me 9 rebounds. I could put someone like Napheesa Collier. She's not playing. I know I did. I put her in the two-way players, right? But I think her versus Nneka, that's a jump ball. That's a wash for me. So I got to lean someone like Nneka as a top rebounder. And then again, I told y'all why I put Jessica and Shakira in the listing for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all for listening. This was a good one. I appreciate y'all just letting me vibe out real quick and talk about the different type of top players to focus on, right? We got scorers, we got playmakers, we got two-way players, we got rebounders. I greatly appreciate y'all for listening. I could have talked about top shooters. I could have. But we're going to talk about that another time for another day because I'm going to let y'all sit and marinate on these lists. But I'm curious what you all think of the listing. Do you all agree? Do you disagree? Was there a player that I left off that you think I should have listed? Please let me know. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does conclude the end of the episode. Thank you all. I'm about to go have fun and enjoy the rest of the day because, again, it's my birthday, so I appreciate y'all. But please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone. One, about the WNBA, and 2, about my show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you're all having a good one. Take care.